Hi guys, it's me, Trudy Lee. How's everybody doing? It is November the 5th. It's a Saturday. I'm working on a Saturday, but I had that whole week off and now I'm playing catch up. You know how that is. You take off a week and then you just spend the next couple of weeks trying to catch up from where you left off at. Anyway, it's a absolutely gorgeous day here in South Texas. It is low 70s. Sunshine, beautiful outside. It feels so good outside, but it puts me to sleep. My allergies are kicking up. My eyes are feeling all itchy, and I just want to go take a nap. I've sat outside on the deck for a few minutes, and it felt so good. I just want to go to sleep now. My daughter went out of town, and I'm taking care of all the animals, and her dog woke me up twice, like in the middle of the night. So he's older, he needs to go out. So I appreciate him waking me up rather than pottying on the floor. But I couldn't go back to sleep after the second time, so I've been awake for a while. Okay, remember yesterday I had done a reading. Well, I did a little card reading, and I did numerology on Nancy Pelosi. So today I want to do Chuck Schumer. So I've looked at him. I didn't realize he's only 71 years old. Did y'all know that? You probably did. He's about 5 months younger than my husband. Uh, and I don't know. I just thought he was older. I thought he was in the age realm of Nancy Pelosi. So, but he's not. He's a little younger. So he's still got a few good years ahead. Hey, he's still strong, and his life path is number 4. But he has a master number of 22, and then we do 2 plus 2 is 4. So he is very talented, very confident, and um, he has a lot going for him, a lot of ability. So when you have that master number, it just generates a lot of confidence, ambition, and he also has a deep spiritual understanding, about the work that he does and why he is in service. And that's the kind of person what we really need to be holding office and to be the, Senate Majority Leader instead of, Mitch McConnell. So he's much better than Mitch McConnell in my opinion. But he really wants to make positive changes, make a difference. He's a master teacher because that master number tells us that, and he's really good about encouraging others to to do good and to be of service, to be the best that they can be, and he leads by example. So he's really a wonderful communicator. Most 22s are. He's in the right profession, put it that way. He chose the right profession. Politicians are master builders, and he doesn't mind taking the long road to build a solid foundation, and that's what he's done with his career. He's very patient, he's very practical. um, what else? you know 22s have this higher calling to serve, and um, Chuck Schumer, he isn't in politics for wealth. You know what I mean? He's not there to enrich himself. He's really there to serve and to make a difference in the U.S. and make it a better place for us all. So that's what the number 22 tells me about him. So now 22 is the master number. It reduces to a 4, and 4s are very powerful also. So that's his also his path number. People with 4 life paths, they're very honest. They value justice above all. Um, they really want to make this world a just place to live in. So he's in a perfect role for that. He's very down to earth, but he's also very determined, and that can come off as being very stubborn sometimes. So you know maybe that's why some people get aggravated at him a little bit because he's a little stubborn. But contrast to that, he's a very fair man. He's very open minded. He's a very loyal person. It's the kind of man that we want leading the Senate for sure. He's very hardworking, practical, ethical, dependable, productive. I mean, I can't say enough good things about him. And he gets a job done. He really does. Okay? Even if he might be a little bit rude sometimes, a little rude and stubborn, but that's just because he really wants to get the job done. He's very committed to solving problems, no matter if he has to be rude and stubborn to get what needs to be done. So that's good. All right. His personal year number is also 4. How weird is that? So they're both 4. So he's on the 4th year of a 9-year cycle. So he still has a lot of work to do. He's you know gathering all the forces together, put it that way. And right now, being in a number 4, it can be very challenging, it can be very frustrating at times, and there's this feeling of a little bit of insecurity that goes with being on the 4th year, right? Because you're really not sure which way this is going to go. um, when a person is on the 4th year, they really need to um, be very strong, very diligent, have a strong will, and to make sure that they can achieve all their goals. And I feel like, Chuck is a strong-willed man, and that's what he needs right now. It's very important for him to, stay very optimistic so that he can achieve all the goals that he has set in front of him. He's got to work really hard, and he has been this past year. He has sacrificed a lot of his time and his freedom, knowing that, he is a master number 22, makes me feel more confident that he has taken all the time, effort that's needed to lay that solid foundation so that he can achieve the goals that he has set out. So with that said, I'm going to pull a few cards here. I have my deck here. Let me pull out a few cards and let's see what's going on with Chuck Schumer. Is he going to stay as leader of the Senate? Let's see. Majority leader of the Senate. Okay. I have some cards pulled. I had already shuffled them and everything, so I was ready to pull them. This is the first card. This is Knight of Wands. He is definitely very passionate about his work and very motivated to keep the Democrats in control of the Senate. So he's got a lot of good, positive energy, and he's really worked on that, very diligently. Perfect. King of Cups. This is about balancing, This is like a challenge for him. And I think the challenge for Chuck is he's having to balance out, all that turmoil that's happening, that divisiveness, all that crazy emotional outcries and lies that come from the Republicans with the logic, with the good sense, he's having to counterbalance it all the time. It's a struggle all the time because they're just, they tell so many lies and say so many crazy things. So he's always trying to overcome all these negative, crazy emotions and introduce a more calm and fact-based logic to, what's going on in the Senate right now. And he's been working with these people for over 20 years. He's developed friendships, He knows these people very well, and they have a strong bond together. So, he's got a lot of patience and compassion for them because of, all the years together, all the long friendships. And he's demonstrated that, it's a challenge, that it's really a challenge for him. It is. That must be so frustrating to know that your friends won't speak up for you or that they're speaking against you, The Hierophant is the next card. So Chuck Schumer is still operating under the rule of law. You know what I mean? He's old school, definitely. He has a lot of respect for the rule of law. But the GOP has no respect anymore for the rule of law, for the traditions of the Senate, or any principles whatsoever. His old friends may say, I don't have a choice. I have to, I don't know, I have to act like I love Trump. We have to buddy up to Trump. We don't have any choice. So, but there is always a choice, and they've made that choice, unfortunately. Um, you know, it's no longer a level playing field. It's not like that anymore. When one party doesn't adhere to the rules and act civil and recognize the traditions, it's just, you know, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the Democrats do play by the rules, and I think that um, I don't know. I feel like they're kinder and nicer, and I feel like they should fight. They should take the gloves off and fight. But they're so traditional. They stay with the tradition and they behave correctly the way they should. So that's what that's all about, I think. All right. The next card, Eight of Cups. Um, this is, Chuck's had a lot of input to choose from. He's just getting so many ideas, how to proceed forward, a lot of help, a lot of input, a lot of opinions. We should do this, we should do that. That's why Democrats don't always come off as cohesive. You know what I mean? Because everybody has a lot of different ideas, and that's just the way it is. I mean, everybody wants to they want to work together, but they all have different ideas about how to go about doing it. And he's had to choose what ideas are sound and what make best sense and what he should do. So he's had to choose and the best path forward for the Senate. And I think that this is a reflection of that. So let's hope that he has chosen the right path, hopefully. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. All right. This is the last card, and I may pull one more card right after this one because this one is kind of freaky weird. This is Eight of Cups. So you see this guy's walking away. I just feel like Chuck has done everything in his power that is possible, that he's at his wit's end. You know what I mean? He's just like, I don't know what else I can do. And I think this is what this is. He's just like, okay, if Herschel Walker is really somebody you want, what else can I say? What can I do? I can't do anything. He's a football player, you know? He has no business being in the Senate. So, I just think he's just fed up. He's just like, I'm going to walk away. I've done everything I can. I don't know what else to do. And, I don't know. I feel like he's just very frustrated. Very, very frustrated right now. Like I said before, he's tried to counterbalance everything that comes out. He tries to counterbalance it. He tries to put out the facts. He tries to make the truth be known. But it's so frustrating when people won't listen, when they're not open to listening to the truth. And so I feel like he's just like, well, I've done everything I can. Here's the election. I just give up. I'm just going to walk away and see what happens. So, or this could be that he's exiting from his current position as the majority leader. And I don't like to see that, but that could possibly be an explanation for this card too. So I'm going to pull one more card just to see if we can get a little bit of, let's see, a little clarity. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I like that a lot better. I like ending on this card a whole lot better. The Wheel of Fortune, when I pull the Wheel of Fortune, because I am a very positive reader, I always see this as a very positive omen, very positive card. It's good fortune, and it's a very optimistic card. that the change and the outcome will be best for us all. Okay, will be best for Chuck Schumer and for everybody. The universe is working to bring about a greater good. That's the way I see this. So things are changing. Things are changing, but it's for the better. Everything is for the better. Whenever I pull this card, I know this is good fortune. It'll definitely, I think, will be in favor of Chuck Schumer. So it's good. It's a good omen. It'll all work out for the best, and it'll be okay. It's going to be okay no matter what. No matter what happens, it's going to be okay. So, you know, I think things will work out for the best no matter what. So just know that. Now, and it could be, it could be that it's such a close race that he's kind of like, maybe they call it one way and he kind of is about to leave, and then all of a sudden we get some good news. So it could be that it's super, super close. So anyway, I don't think that 100% doesn't tell me whether he is leaving or not. But since he has that master number of 22, it looks really good for him. But he is on the fourth year, so he does still have a lot of work to do. And he's only 71, he'll be 72. He's got a lot of good years ahead of him, so he can be very productive and get a lot more done in the next few years. So don't give up, you guys. Don't give up no matter what. And I know all the polls out there are saying that the Democrats are behind, they're behind, but I cannot believe that people would vote for the Republicans because their gas is high. After all the shenanigans and all the things that they have done, taking away women's rights and everything, I just can't believe that that's okay. I really don't think women are going to stand for that. And like I said yesterday, there's a lot of people that I hear that the women are voting different from their husbands. I've heard several people. And hey, if if you support your wife, you will vote Democrat. You will vote with her and for her if you support your wife. If you love your wife, you love your daughter, any female that's in your mother, anybody, any female that's in your family, you have to support the Democrats. You really do. All their rights are being taken away, all our rights. And it's going to get worse and worse and worse if the Republicans have their way. Look, they want to do away with Social Security. Can you imagine that? Even if they don't go do away with it, they want to make sure that, by the time you're eligible, you may not ever get it. They want to change the age. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know how anybody can vote for them. I really don't. I don't understand it at all. But I know a lot of people do. It's just a difference of opinion. It's just a different way of seeing things. But I'll never be able to see it that way. I really won't. Now, if I hadn't gotten that exit card, it would have looked really, really, really perfect for Chuck Schumer. It would have looked perfect with all the cards that I got for him and everything. But that gives me a little bit of pause. Okay? Although they're talking about that the Senate should be, we should be able to hold on to it more than they're saying the House, like, we're not even going to be able to hold on to it, no way. But, don't underestimate Nancy Pelosi. Do not underestimate her. She has, she's smart and she's been there for a long time and she knows how to work the system. So hopefully we'll see her work her magic, right? So let's hold our breath till Tuesday. I know it's so scary, but it's going to be okay. No matter what happens, it's going to be okay. We went through all those years with Trump. I know it was frustrating and horrible. We got through them. We did get through them. But I never want to go through it again. Definitely not. So, all right, guys. So there's Chuck Schumer and the numerology for him. I hope that helped you out a little bit. So we'll all know everything by Tuesday. A few more days and we're going to find out what's really going on. We're going to find out although some of them are going to be so close that we're not going to know for days and days and days. They're going to have recounts and everything. And all those GOPs that lost, they're going to be like, I didn't really lose, it was fake. You know, that's a fake, it's a fake election. So we're going to hear all that stuff too. So it might take a little time, and that may be what that reflection, you know, like he's just given up. I'm going to just walk away and give up till, you know, somebody tells me what's going on. So that may be just frustration, a lot of frustration. When you don't know what to do about a situation, you just give up and kind of stand back, walk away. I don't know what to do anymore, right? So I think that may just be the level of frustration that is being shown here. So don't worry about it, you guys. Don't get all freaked out, okay? Just think good thoughts, and let's all be positive, okay? That everything's going to work out, and we're going to see the blue wave. All right, guys? If you'd like to get a reading with me, look down below. I'll leave my email, and I will talk to you soon. Do something kind for somebody. It'll always come back to you. Have a beautiful weekend, guys. Bye for now. Take care.